Bonjour, je m'appelle André Boucher. Je suis un étudiant ici à Ecole Beau-Port. Puis on va vous montrer la compétition de mineurs, mais aussi des ateliers à propos des requins puis les baleines de Ocean's Wild. Maintenant, venez nous joindre pour la compétition de mineurs.
Bienvenue. On aime souhaiter la bienvenue aux équipes Malcolm Monroe, l'école de Malcolm Monroe, Whitney Pure Memorial School, Morrison, St. Mike's et Ecole Beau-Port.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Beau-Port Panthers host of today's competition. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Malcolm Monroe.
Vraiment bon de la part de l'école Malcolm Monroe.
Memorial. put your hands together for Morrison Junior High. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for St. Mike's.
This moment will affect you for the rest of your entire life.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have your presentation of all star medals here. First, we're going to do St. Mike's. Emily McGinnis and Tia Walsh. Next is Morrison Junior High, Bria Shea and Sarah Duffy. Next is Malcolm Monroe, Kelsey Darrow and Jesse Darrow. Next is Whitney Beer Memorial, Brittany Fernandez and Emily Howe. And next week, Ecole Beau-Port, Noah Gio and Michelle Sampson.
Et les médailles d'honneur pour l'équipe de l'École Beau-Port vont à Noah Keo.
And that's it for your All-Stars, ladies and gentlemen, a big, big round of applause.
Félicitations à toutes les équipes qui ont participé à la compétition. Puis maintenant, veuillez nous joindre encore pour garder les ateliers de Oceans Wild.
Hi, my name's Adam Langley and I'm with Oceans Wild. We're a traveling educational company focused on the importance of marine conservation, whether it be our world's oceans or inland waterways. We travel all over Atlantic Canada, visiting schools, museums, and community centers, delivering our message with huge props such as our life-size whale that is parked in the gymnasium behind me. We also have a secondary show within the building that we visit that focuses on sharks, because actually what we're doing is we take our on-water summer experiences, which we spend working out of Halifax Harbour, traveling out into the ocean. We catch and release sharks and we tag them so scientists can help monitor shark populations around Atlantic Canada. And at the same time, we're surrounded by large whales such as fin whales, which our model represents. We have sunfish and tuna and leatherback turtles. And we take all these on-water experiences and we wrap them into presentations and travel throughout the school year. And it's a big hit when we visit every single school along the way. And the whales that we most often see in Atlantic Canada, well, as an example, today we're on Cape Breton Island and you're going to find fin whales during the summer, minke whales, humpback whales, pilot whales, and shark species in the waters a little further out, so you don't have to worry about going to the beach, but you're going to have largely blue sharks, porbeagle sharks, the odd mako shark, and again, such a diverse number of species litter our Atlantic Canadian waters, making it an amazing place to talk about while we visit schools. The shark man, who's also here today, could speak more to the shark presentation, but our on-water data that we are collecting, we tag each shark. Each shark is measured, photographed, and released. And we also, on occasion, take DNA samples from the shark. which is working in partnership with local universities who are studying the welfare of these animals. Well, whaleman the beluga whale was kind of a rare visit to this area, but it kind of emphasizes how much whales want to learn about us as much as we want to learn about them. So it shows very interested in people and kind of created a bond with that community, and basically for a couple of years wouldn't leave. But again, beluga whale in this area was a little bit more rare. The dominant species of whales we find are the fin whales, minke whales, humpback whales on the Atlantic coast here in Nova Scotia. Our understanding of climate change and pollution in general within the oceans, the effect it's having on the whale populations would be affecting largely its food sources. Whales have to travel to where they find food, and if they traditionally have gone to an area and they revisit that area and their food source is no longer there, they're going to have a problem. So our biggest problem we've run into in the world's oceans here locally is just simply garbage, and that not only has a detrimental effect on the whales, but all species that live here in our oceans are affected, and it's a trickle-down effect from the top predator to the bottom of the food chain. So our message is certainly on a local level here in Nova Scotia, and even as we move inland, is simply put your garbage in the right spot, because everything has the potential of making its way, whether it's through rivers or streams or the airways, it's going to end up in the ocean, and it can no longer be treated as the world's dumping ground.
Bonjour, je m'appelle André Boucher, puis on a eu un petit atelier avec les baleines aujourd'hui de Oceans Wild. Puis c'était vraiment intéressant parce qu'on en a appris comment les baleines puis tout ça mangent, que leurs cœurs sont la grandeur d'une Volkswagen. C'est incroyable, je peux pas même croire. Puis on a appris que vraiment on doit être plus conscient de nos mammifères, les baleines.
All right, so my name's Jordan Keogh, and behind me we got a presentation by Oceans Wild. It's pretty cool to learn all about whales, learn how their hearts are the size of Volkswagens. Also pretty cool to learn how they filter all the food through their mouths. So, yeah.
All right, my name is Jake Boudreau, and as you see behind me, there's a big whale. And today we had a big presentation brought to you by Oceans Wild. And we learned a lot of stuff about whales, about how smart they are and how they eat and stuff. And I found it pretty cool about how there's hair in their mouths. We don't have hairs in our mouths. It's pretty cool.
Colin Peoples, found the presentation was interesting. New stuff I learned about whales. I learned that they're bigger than what I thought they were. And that so many of them in the world, and that we gotta stop polluting the ocean.
Hi, my name is Captain Eric Aten, and I'm here with Oceans Wild. And what we do is we go to schools and we do presentations to try to enlighten the students on the ocean at large. And right now the oceans are in trouble, and myself, Adam Langley, who's the whale guy, we go to them and we talk to them about all the different species of whales that are in the ocean and all the different species of sharks that are in the ocean, and why the whale isn't so important and why the sharks are so important. And a good place to start is the young ones from primary all the way to grade 12. I run and own Blue Shark Fishing Charters, and Adam owns Heritage Explorers. And so Adam actually had hired me one day to go out and do some shark fishing. He and a bunch of his friends, and we come out there and we got to talking, and I found out what he did, and he found out how much I loved what I did. And so basically when you get off the boat, he said that maybe we should talk sometime, because I was actually going to schools doing a little bit of stuff with the shark stuff, and Adam, with his whale, was going around to the schools. And so we thought it might be a good marriage if we got together. And so we got together, 2 years ago, and kind of never looked back. The sharks that we could catch most of the time is really the blue shark. And he's the most prolific shark that are in our waters in the summer months. However, we do in fact get short fin makos, they come in. We do get porbeagle sharks, which are off our waters as well. And the odd time we even get a great white that comes cruising down through. Of course, there's lots of spiny dogfish and other types of dogfish that are further out. But that's pretty much what we catch in our waters off Nova Scotia. Well, I like usually talking about the mako shark, first of all, because even a lot of fishermen that have been fishing for years and years and years have no idea what these things can actually do. And I only found this out because the fishermen that are in my local area never knew it as well. And the fact that they jump, and they can jump very, very high. And these guys are actually known to jump into the back of boats and do some serious damage to boats and actually have bitten people. So when you hook into makos, you have to be real, real careful. But as far as maybe I have started to see a change in the fishermen themselves. And I'll be honest with you, years ago when we all fished together down home in Cape Breton when I was only just a young lad, really everybody killed the sharks because they were a nuisance. They were a nuisance. We didn't care about them at the time because what they were doing is they were biting our fish that we were trying to make a livelihood out of. But since then now, I believe that I've seen a difference, that the fishermen now are starting to take a little more respect towards the shark because they realize that they are in fact in trouble. They are endangered. And if we do lose these sharks, it's not going to be far down the road before the world itself is going to be in some serious issues going on with it, because 70% of the Earth's oxygen comes from the oceans. And these guys keep the oceans in check. What we do is for every shark that we catch, and last year we caught 307, is tagged, it's measured, it's photographed, and it's released. And the reason why we're doing this is because we really don't know a whole bunch about the sharks. Like I said, we put a man on the moon, but we can't tell you where the short-fin mako goes to have babies, and they've been here for 450 million years. So what the tagging is doing is actually we're starting to find out a little more where they're going and their growth periods. And the types of tags that we're using now are called a passive tag and a satellite tag. The passive tag is supplied from the Apex Predator program down in Narragansett in Rhode Island in New York. We're getting some really good information back on those. And also the satellite tags now are starting to change the whole world with regards to things that the sharks are doing that we really never realized that they can do that. And these tags, they cost a lot of money to do, to buy, but they're really starting to open up the windows for us to see what and where these sharks are going and how deep they're going. Because we never ever thought a blue shark could go to 1,000 meters, but he does. And what's really cool, I got to tell you, with some of the stuff that we're doing, like one of the schools that we did last week up in the Highlands there, when we talk about, we really try to stress to the students from primary actually all the way to 12 about garbage. It's so easy to pick up and clean, but yet it does so much damage if you don't do it. And it's nice to hear that students, when they go out for the recess now, they're walking around and they're picking up the litter that they've always walked past. You know, if you can do that, if you can change the attitude for one or two students in each class that you do, I think we're starting to hit the point. And it's a good feeling at the end of the day when you hop in your truck and you're going back home or you're going to the next school, thinking that maybe at that whole school that had 250 or 350 kids, that you might have changed maybe 10 or 15 kids. That's 10 or 15 kids or children or students that are more going towards the eco side of things, which is the way we all should be going. What we like and what's unique about Oceans Wild is the fact that we're not two guys that are reading this stuff in a book and thought it would be really cool to come to the schools. We're two guys that actually go and see and do the stuff that we talk about in front of the classes. And I think that's a very valuable asset, to be able to answer questions that you probably normally would never be able to do if you were just reading out of a book. And so Blue Shark Charters and the Heritage Explorers and the Oceans Wild all together come as one unit. And like I said, it's a very educational program. And the teachers and the staff are as excited about us coming to the schools as the students are themselves. And they learn as much or more than the students, of course, because a lot of stuff they didn't know about them either. And so it's a really cool job.
On aimerait remercier Oceans Wild pour leur présentation. C'était vraiment intéressant, puis on a tout appris comment les océans sont assez importants à la vie humaine. Je suis André Boucher d'École Beau-Port.